Welcome back to the Uncle Bob Crypto Podcast number 7. I'm here with James Song, Head of Marketing at FLETA. How are you going, James?
Hey, I'm doing great. It's been it is still a crazy world these days, but all of FLETA team is staying safe. I'm staying safe, and it's good to be connected with you again and talk about things.
Cool. James Song is the Head of Marketing Strategy at FLETA. He's been in that position for 1 year and 9 months. He was also a sergeant in the Korean Army before that, which is quite interesting. FLETA, if you don't know about it, is a blockchain platform that aims to offer infrastructure that can be applied to real-world business models. FLETA has its own core blockchain technologies like level tree validation, parallel sharding, independent multi-chain structure, block redesign, proof of formulation, POF, which is its own consensus algorithm. With them, it aims to solve problems that existing platforms have, such as slow speeds, scalability limitation, excessive fees, and provide a flexible development environment. By doing so, FLETA is aiming to drive the commercialization of blockchain technology. Moreover, through its gateway technology, it enhanced its interoperability by allowing projects issuing their tokens through other mainnets, such as Ethereum, to maintain their mainnets while using the FLETA service chain. James, welcome to the podcast. Lastly, he went to the University of Kentucky. So anyone who went to the University of Kentucky, you can reach James and exchange notes. Yeah, we were just talking there about briefly about COVID, and you're saying that in Korea it's business. Everyone's operating business as usual right now.
Yeah. Right now, as you probably know, Korea is not in a lockdown, but whoever comes from the foreign company has to be self-isolated for 14 days. The situation here gotten much better. So about a month ago, companies started to do work from home, but these days they all from coming to office and work. One of I would say the good thing about kind of traditional thing in Korea is that everyone prefers to wear face mask, which I heard from European friends saying whoever wears the mask kind of gets treated as a who has the virus or something. So I heard that it's not really a common thing that everyone wears a face mask. I'm sure that's been corrected now, but I think that's why recently there are not much confirmed cases in Korea, and the situation is getting better, even though we didn't do a concrete lockdown. So yeah, I mean, all of our FLETA team is safe and back in a normal routine.
Here in the UK, I'm not sure about Europe. You're right. To be honest, we haven't experienced a pandemic before, and most, if not a lot of people, just didn't believe the government's advice straight away. They thought it was I don't know, but maybe just thought there was nothing serious happening. But slowly but surely now people are wearing masks, but then there's people who don't wear masks. I don't know if it's a kind of act of rebellion of some kind, or whether it's just people don't think it's as serious as the media is making out. But either way, right now, as we speak, the cases are going down, and hopefully we'll be back to business as usual. But yeah. Okay, James, so tell us a little bit about FLETA Chain and where you're at right now.
So you explained it so well. So I'll put it in a simple and kind of share our vision from now on. So FLETA is a platform that offers a infrastructure for the apps, and we have completely completed our core development, have launched our mainnet in last November. Starting from there, as you mentioned, the FLETA Gateway, we wanted to kind of enhance and expand our ecosystem. So FLETA Gateway allows Ethereum interoperability between Ethereum and FLETA Chain. So even FLETA itself on exchanges is listed as ERC20 tokens. But in our FLETA ecosystem, it has a native coin where FLETA holders can participate in mining. So we aim to offer the same thing for the dApps as well. So if dApps wants to be used the Ethereum chain in order for them to just stay on the ERC20, because that gives a much, I'll say, the quicker and cheaper listing procedures on exchanges. But in terms of providing services to users, they need a faster and cheaper chain, which they can use FLETA service chain. Um, so, and then we aim to kind of expand the gateway. So recently we have announced partnership with Wanchain and Tomochain. So we are looking to connect the gateway with different protocols. Um, in that way, the ecosystem for two different companies can be shared. Um, and have, I would say, the healthier token economies. So we're currently building connecting bridges between Wanchain and FLETA and Tomochain and FLETA. Um, and yes, so we are going to focus on like expanding our ecosystem by collaborating with different protocols, at the same time launching the use cases for to gather more users.
Yeah, I saw that you've just recently partnered with Tomochain and of
Mhm.
course Wanchain. You're also partnering up with the University of Sogang. And how have you found the working alongside these organizations and their relation to the government? Are the government being quite, from what I understand, the Korean government are a little bit different to the Maltese. When I was in Malta last year, I found that
Yeah, yeah,
they were
yeah.
just saying, anybody, everybody, come on in, we're open. But in Korea, you're kind of looking after your own
Mhm.
companies. Have you, is that true?
Yeah, I mean, the way we feel like is the Korean government really promotes the blockchain technology itself. Um, so even FLETA has collaborated with the government last year. We built a collecting tool that clinical trial data can be put on a chain. So we collaborated with St. Mary Hospital in Seoul and Hanyang University to put the clinical trial data into blockchain. So there are a lot of needs from the enterprises and also government. And this year there will be a lot of more blockchain companies in different industries, such as medical fields and enterprise solution, etc. So like organizations such as universities or the government are getting more deep into the blockchain and their needs. And company like FLETA, who offers a blockchain core technology, will be collaborating more with organizations and governments. And yeah, so we are looking, even from our side, we are looking to um, work closely more with our organizations and governments, just like we did last year. So yeah.
What are you most excited about right now in the company?
We're excited about what we can bring to the world because we have been operated in Korea mostly. Even though we met in Malta and then we had a couple of conferences, but we mainly operated in Korea. And now we feel like we have collaborated with the government last year, and of course we aim to collaborate with them this year as well. And we have completed the mainnet. Last time we saw each other, we haven't launched the mainnet yet. So we updated our mainnet and we are looking to expand our ecosystem to more global markets. So we want to, I would say, expand current our ecosystem that we have, the holders or the Korean market and the medias to help the other projects to come into Korean market, and also that we can build a global references wherever the projects are. So we are just excited to bring what we can bring to the world, right? And then we recently launched a platform called Wallet Street. We have launched about a month and a half ago. And that is a, I'll say, interesting social platform where the users can integrate their exchange API and they can integrate it several exchanges. In that way, they can only have to log into Wallet Street to check all the assets in different exchanges rather than just logging into every exchanges. At the same time, from the project perspective, they can see how geographically distributed their community are. So once I integrate the API on the platform or S3, it creates a building, a 1 kilometer nearby me. So in that way, if I click the ranking of FLETA coin, I can see how many holders are in Korea or the any other places. So we are looking to collaborate with the projects as well, as we are going to do with the Tomochain as well, and different projects in terms of the co-marketing as well.
Who would you say is the biggest blockchain company in Korea right now?
Who would I say the biggest blockchain company in Korea right now at the moment?
Yeah.
I mean, I would want to say is FLETA, but in terms of the consortium wise or the ecosystem wise, I would say those companies that have been operating more or longer than us, such as Icon or Clayton, who has bigger ecosystem right now. But I would say throughout 2018 and 19, there were a lot of up and downs, and the companies that don't have the concrete revenue model or the business model, or just wanting to pump and dump on those projects, I would feel like they went away, and most of the projects are right now in the market right now are most of them are legit and they do have the concrete business model. So yeah, I mean, I consider FLETA is competitive compared to the other bigger mainnets such as Icon or Python. But yeah, I mean, I can't really say that we are the biggest company in Korea right now. So.
Yeah, definitely. You have to be a legit company to survive the 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 bear market that we've just had.
Yeah, yeah.
It's been brutal. So yeah, but you can see companies that have legit business models that are doing a lot of hard work behind the scenes and are creating partnerships that have successful, strategies and have real use cases, and eventually they're going to have their day in the sun. And when as we all sort of think blockchain technology is going to really be adopted mainstream and take off, they're the companies that are best placed to sort of to take that. What am I trying to say here? They're best placed to get the success from that. So what is the plan for the next year for FLETA? Just let us know what your year plan is from now.
So as I just briefly mentioned, like we are looking to go more global. And to do that, that's what we're doing right now, building more global references and building up the partners. Because since we are physically in Korea, it's really hard to expand or advance to a new market, right? Unless we do have concrete partners, not just announcing a MOUs, but having concrete technical collaborations, such as we had with Wanchain or Tomochain. In that way, if we can actually share the ecosystem, if we can bring what we have to the project, and if we can get their references, we are confident that we can survive in those new markets. So from now on, starting from Q2 2020, we will focus on going more global, and in a lot of places. So I'm just excited to let the world know about FLETA, because it's legit and its technology after it launched its mainnet, the TPS and also its scalability are competitive towards the other mainnets as well. So, but as you know, like current market is not just about competing each other. It's about how we can make the blockchain technology to be commercialized in our lives. And some chains are more specialized in some industries and some chains are not. So it's, I believe it's more about how we can create a ecosystem where to be ready for when the government wants the blockchain technology to be used in different industries, the ecosystem, the consortium has to be ready. So yeah, that's what we plan to do throughout rest of this year and next year as well.
Okay, James. And where can we find, if you want to invest or buy the token, where is it listed currently?
Currently, FLETA, with its most volume market, I would say, is in Vietnam, Korea. So FLETA has been listed on Vietnam on February. So it's listed on, if you're in a foreign investor, I'd recommend Bittrex Global or Vietnam Global. Those two be our global market, and Korean market, Coin One and Vietnam are main markets for FLETA right now.
Okay. Well, thanks for taking time out to speak to us today. Is there anything else you want to leave us with before you go?
No, I mean, it's really, great to see you again, right? Last time we met in Malta, I was really swamped, throughout that week because I was meeting, thousands of people at the booth, and I also gave a speech on the stage. But yeah, it's really good to know that you are staying safe, and good to share that we are staying safe and what we are focusing on the rest of this year. That we are not just one of the companies that will just disappear, right? We have been surviving till now and will continue to expand our ecosystem. So yeah, I'll share any interesting new updates and or new partnerships if as soon as those are finalized with you. And just looking forward to speaking with you again with better news.
Sure. And you can list that on my website, bobsblockchaincafe.com. That's www.bobsblockchaincafe.com. Thanks, James. And yeah, look forward to speaking to you again. Have a great day.
All right. Thank you.
Take care. Bye.